To continue the series of industry insights, MAGNiTT deep dived into the health tech industry. Despite a decline in transactions, health tech funding in emerging venture markets soared by an impressive 55% year on year, underscoring the sector's resilience and potential for transformation. Within this landscape, Southeast Asia stood out as a shining star, attracting a lion's share of health tech capital, mirroring similar trends observed in fintech. Notably, Singapore emerged as the epicenter of health tech innovation, capturing a staggering 47% of health tech funding across emerging venture markets, a testament to its robust healthcare digitization efforts, as highlighted in the 2023 Royal Philips Future Health Index report. While health tech transactions experienced a downturn across the top 10 transacted geographies in EVMs, pockets of growth were witnessed in Nigeria and Saudi Arabia and Vietnam, signaling a nuanced landscape of opportunities. Strikingly, the 10 largest health tech deals, predominantly between Southeast Asia and Africa-based startups, commanded a significant share of overall health tech funding. Despite the disparities in deployed capital, the 10 most active investors exhibited a commitment to the sector, contributing an average of $36 million across emerging venture markets, with Southeast Asia-based investors playing a pivotal role in shaping the future of health tech innovation, accounting for 30% of overall funding. As the health tech revolution continues to unfold, fueled by a convergence of technological advancement and growing investment, EVMs stand poised to drive meaningful change in healthcare delivery and patient outcomes. Following health tech, we explored the dynamic landscape of enterprise software across various regions in 2023. In Southeast Asia, despite a 74% year-on-year decline in funding, Southeast Asia dominated the emerging venture markets by capturing the majority of enterprise software deals. The top 10 in Southeast Asia averaged an impressive $14.2 million, significantly higher than the $7.4 million average in the MEPT region and the $0.7 million average in Africa. Switching to MEPT, the region saw a significant concentration of funding and deals in a few key countries. Specifically, 92% of MEPT's funding was directed towards its top 5 countries, with Saudi Arabia and Turkey alone capturing 74% of the total. MEPT also experienced notable growth in sub-industries like accounting software, which grew by 112%, and payroll, which increased by 63%. This is in contrast to Africa, where substantial growth was only seen in the professional corporate services sub-industry, which grew by 97%. Lastly, in Africa, the enterprise software sector showcased a different dynamic. The top 10 investors each participated in only one deal, averaging $0.3 million per deal, the lowest across EVM regions. This highlights Africa's relatively nascent interest in enterprise software. Despite an overall decline in deal volume, the professional corporate services sub-industry in Africa grew significantly, contributing 39% of the sector's funding. Following health tech and enterprise software, we looked further to learn about the real estate sector. Starting with Southeast Asia, despite an 86% year-on-year decline in real estate funding, Southeast Asia managed to capture 48% of emerging venture markets funding. The property marketplace sector dominated, securing 5 out of 8 deals in 2023, even though it was a 69% year-on-year drop. This sector alone accounted for 85% of Southeast Asia's total real estate funding, highlighting a more concentrated investment approach compared to the diverse deal distribution in the Middle East, Pakistan, and Turkey region. Shifting to MEPT, the UAE remained the top funded market despite an 87% drop in investment, accounting for 59% of the region's funding. Interestingly, The UAE's funding was 1.5 times the combined funding of the other four countries. MEPT showcased resilience with only a modest 10% decline in deal numbers compared to Southeast Asia and Africa. In this region, Property Marketplace led with $38 million in funding despite an 85% decline year-on-year. Finally, let's talk about Africa, which stands out as the only EVM region to achieve year-on-year growth in real estate funding for 5 consecutive years, reaching $22 million in 2023. However, the deal volume dropped by 53%, the lowest since 2019. South Africa took the lead with $13 million, capturing 59% of Africa's funding, though it still trails behind MEPT and Southeast Asia in total funding. The property marketplace sector dominated here as well, capturing 82% of Africa's real estate funding with a 6% year-on-year increase. Because at MAGNiTT, we're always filling the VC data gap, you can always book a session with our analysts if you're interested in any other industry.